You know what time it is? It's the King Ducky Show. Quack out if you can, like you don't give a fuck. Come on. I can't hear you quacking, y'all. Come on, quack. 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 Quack.
Hey, out of placers. It's another month, another episode of the King Ducky Show, another episode of the Out of Place podcast. And boy, has this month been crazy. Chris Rock got the shit slapped out of him. That was insane. I don't know how to feel about it, honestly. I feel like it might have been staged because Chris Rock and Will Smith, they've been in movies for pretty much this whole last 2 decades. Especially Will Smith. He's been in shit tons of action movies. And yeah, they're both getting older, but I think it might have been staged. That all went a little too smoothly for Will Smith, especially with him actually walking up on stage. Doesn't really make sense how he was able to just walk right on up there. But with all the Ukraine shit going on right now, I just want to be able to lift some spirits. There's too much stuff going on right now. Gas prices are high. Graphics cards are still way too expensive. April 1st is coming up, so hearts are going to get broken. People are going to get fake cheated on, and so many parents are going to have heart attacks because kids are pregnant, and that's just how it is every year. So I went fishing out with my dad, right? We were just having a grand old time. We get out there before the sun comes up. It's cold. We're relaxing, and we're just having a grand old time. We're fishing. And here in the state of Texas, I'm pretty sure every other state you got to have a fishing license, but here where I am in Texas, game wardens, insane, and they're a very vital part of this story. So me and my dad are fishing. We got the minnows in the water. We got about 8 poles. We're gonna catch something today. Turns out we didn't catch nothing. And it's about, I say we got out there around 6:30 in the morning, and it's 12, and we're like, you know what, we're not gonna catch anything. We're gonna go ahead and call it quits. And then game warden pulls up. So I'm walking a few of the poles and chairs back to the truck, and game warden stops me. He says, "Hey, can I see your fishing license?" And I said, "Yeah, sure. No problem with that." So I show him my fishing license and we're good to go. I was like, okay, cool. This will be a quick, easy thing. Then game warden and his game warden buddy, they look at each other for a second, and then they look at me. In my head, I'm like, what's going on? There's something wrong with my fishing license. Because at Walmart, when I got my fishing license, the lady was like, "Ooh, we could do the thing for the veterans." And I was like, no, you don't have to. She kept talking about canceling it and redoing it. I was like, maybe she actually did cancel it. Forgot to redo it. No, my fishing license was fine. Game warden looks at me and he says, "Hey, you've been smoking weed today?" I was like, "No, I don't smoke weed." He's like, "You sure?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure." He's like, "Empty your pockets for me." So I empty out my pockets. I got my phone, my wallet, I got my vape. And he's like, "What is that?" He gets all antsy. And I was like, "It's just my vape." He's like, "Is it THC?" I was like, "No, it's nicotine vape." This man literally takes up my vape and takes it out to go test it, right? And he comes back and he's like, okay, it checks out. His buddy now comes back and he's like, "Are you sure you haven't smoked any weed today? It's wafting off of you heavily." I smell my clothes. They smell like fish and water, and I smell my pits. He's like, "Maybe I got some BO going on." It's like, "No, I got my deodorant fresh. It's smelling good." And I just look at him and I was like, "No, you don't smell it." He's like, we do smell it." He's like, "Just don't do it in the park." I was like, "I don't smoke weed. I don't like it. It's not fun." And he's like, "Sure. Just next time we see you out here, if you smell like weed, we're taking you in." That's just crazy. Why? Why come after me? I didn't do anything. Yeah, I was in a hoodie and sweatpants, but that's because it was cold in the morning. But whatever. If you're a game warden or any sort of authority figure listening to the Out of Place podcast, please don't do that. Please don't try to frame somebody for something if you got something in your pocket. Don't do that. That's a shitty thing to do. Now, on to the Will Smith slap. This is what I really wanted to talk about. All right, so that whole thing with the "keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." That 100% gave off to me Will Smith's yelling at Sam from I Am Legend, the mannequin, whenever he meets him out in the street. That it gives me that kind of vibe. And so that's why I think it's staged. Not only does the slap and nothing happens to Will after the slap, you would think security would be all over Will Smith's ass after slapping the host, but no. he goes and he sits down and he has time to yell at Chris Rock saying, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. It's got to be staged. Yeah, it's got to be. I can't see a reason why it wouldn't be staged. Yeah, it was a funny joke, the whole G.I. Jane thing. And Chris Rock's a comedian, but still, it has to be staged. I can't see any other reason. If you guys would like to argue that, you can come over to my Twitch chat and be like, oh no, fucking Chris Rock and Will Smith have been beef. Some shit like that. I don't know. And yeah, Jada was kind of wrong. Yeah, with that open relationship thing, but that's another time. So how are you guys doing? You guys doing all right? You out of placers? I don't know if many other out of placers actually listen to my show. That'd be kind of cool. Before getting on the show, I kind of idolized everybody else. I don't know why. I mean, Steven's a cool dude. Since COVID's dying down, I kind of want to talk about this a little bit. I got the COVID vaccine when it first came out. Army said everyone in our unit's getting vaxxed. And right before I got out, the Army was like, you know what? You might as well get it before you go. So I said, sure, fuck it. Why not? And I got the vaccine a couple months ago. I caught COVID. And for all those people who are like, oh, the vaccine will make it to where you can't get to COVID. No, you 100% can get it. I suffered. It sucked. I felt like I got hit by a truck. COVID sucks. If you ever had COVID, I'm sorry. You deserve an ice cream and a pat on the back and probably COVID pay from whatever job you work at. Because I definitely didn't get COVID pay because my employer said, nah, we'll just leave you off for 2 weeks and hope that you can manage to pay your bills without a paycheck. It's fine. I got Twitch and someday that'll pay off. No. So I hear you asking, Ducky, why is this version, this episode of the podcast is so all over the place? And it's because this month's kind of been crazy and I just wanted to talk about some stuff other than like politics and Ukraine war. I just wanted to talk about the weird shit that's going on in the world. Like graphics cards are still $12,000 and gas prices are still $4 for a gallon. It's crazy. People are getting banned on Twitch because they don't want to play with women. You know what? Women, if any of us watch Twitch, you can come over to my Twitch stream. I'll play with you. You won't get banned in my chat. I'm very woman friendly. Bad choice of words. It's kind of funny though. So yeah, I didn't want to talk about any of the politics or stuff like that. I didn't want to bring stuff into that. That's Steven's job. I'll let him take care of it. He's been doing it a lot longer than I have. So yeah, I hope all of you know that you guys look fantastic today, including you, Gary. You look stunning. You go out there, handle it. And I'm proud of all of you. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.